I've been all in my phone, I got options. And I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. Baby, you can give it something.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am back with another video, back with another spring set, y'all. This set was super fun and I love this set. I would say this is my favorite spring set so far, although you guys haven't seen my other ones. It's one of my favorite, definitely. Anyway, without further ado, y'all, the acrylic powders I will be using for today's set will be Nail House's Malt Acrylic, their Mellow, and Bubblegum. Excuse the acrylic on that right thumb there, y'all. That was from my previous set. If you guys have not seen that video, check it out. It was the yellow ombre nails, or whatever color. It's like a yellow orange ombre. My dominant hands, clearly, yeah. So I couldn't take that one off, y'all. I struggled so much trying to pop off that thumbnail. For me, usually when I do my pop off method, I do have the hardest time popping off the thumb sometimes, and yeah, that one wasn't coming off and I didn't want to rip it off, so I ended up waiting for a few days and it ended up coming off a little bit easier, and I just cut it off for the time being in this video. But anyway, the tips that I have on are Nail House's 3XL square tips, of course, and I'm using their size 16 Kolinsky brush as well as their Pearl monomer. And anyone interested in shopping Nail House can find the link to their site in the description below, as well as use my code Porche for savings on your order. So usually I like to go in with my nudes before any colors. So right now I am going in on my middle fingernail, and I'll be going in on the thumbnail as well, making them both full nude nails. And I'm using, again, Nail House's Malt Acrylic Powder. This one is one of my favorite nudes from them. I do highly recommend it. It's brown girl friendly. It's like all skin tones friendly, in my opinion. I love it. So although this is the first spring set that you guys are seeing as like a regular video, I have already done 2 spring sets. I went live this week twice, Monday and Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, and I did 2 spring sets. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but the playback is available on my channel. I've done a peach color spring set as well as a mint one, like a mint bluish one kind of. And again, those are available on my channel on the live tab for y'all to watch the playback if you have missed it. I've been enjoying the lives lately with you all so very much, and I will be going live more often, but not so often. I'm thinking like I'll do maybe twice a week maximum, something like that, because I do want you all to enjoy regular videos as well. I have a bunch of videos already pre-recorded for you guys that I have not got a chance to edit and upload because I have been going live, and because I've just been, you know, filming and editing behind the scenes. So there are like a bunch of sets I've done so far that you guys have not seen yet that I cannot wait for y'all to see, that I've done in the past like 2 weeks or so. Like 2 weeks. I cannot wait for you all to see them. But stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to my channel, turn on those bell notifications or subscribe if you are loving the content, loving the vibes. This is my reminder to remind you. I know people, you know, forget or whatever. But subscribe to my channel and make sure that your bell notifications are on so that you're notified every single time that I post a new video and you don't miss them. So this is how the first nail is looking. I absolutely love this color like so much. I have to use it a little bit more often because y'all, ever since I went back to the Mia Secrets Cover Pink, I kind of been neglecting the malt color. But anyway, I also wanted to mention that if you guys have not seen my application video for beginners or whatever, if you guys have not seen that video, I do highly recommend it. Like, so much. It's very helpful, very in detail, and very informative, and it is the first video that's linked in the description below for you all to check out if you are interested or need a little, you know, a few tips on application. And again, I see more and more of you every day, like sending me like DMs and stuff, and just or commenting as well on YouTube under the video saying that it really helps you, and showing me like y'all progress pictures and stuff like that, saying that y'all saw a major difference just in like watching the video in a couple days and practicing a little bit. That literally like makes my heart smile. I so love that for all of you, that it's helped. Like, I love that for y'all. And just keep going. Like I tell y'all and preach to y'all all the time, just keep practicing, keep going. Like, I know at first it could be a little discouraging and you may want to give up, but if it's something you really want to do, then I advise you to keep going, and just keep going, because you're literally only going to get better. It's inevitable. Like, you cannot go backwards. You can only move forward and get better and improve. Like, you can only get better, you know, with consistency, of course. And like I said, the video is there for y'all to see, you know, forever. So use it to your advantage. It's free, you know, information, free tips, tricks, game, you know what I'm saying? And just go back to it and refer to it as many times as you need to. I also want to say good luck to all of you who are in those beginning stages of your nail journey. A tip that I have for you as well is, I know it can be like frustrating and you may want to like look to the next thing, compare yourself and all of that. Do not compare yourself. That is like the worst thing that you can ever do, is compare yourself and, you know, compare to your own work and feel like you're not good enough for something. Like, never do that. That is the worst thing you can do. Just remember that you are in the beginning stages. You're not going to be perfect in the beginning. You just have to stick with it and be a little bit consistent so that you can get better and better. You're gonna, like I said, only move forward. You're gonna see your process and you're gonna look back over time and be like, wow. Like, if it's something that you want to do, stick with it. Focus on your progress and your own journey. Remember that we all are our own individual person. We all are separate individuals. And if you stick with it and be consistent, remember that you'll never be stagnant. You can only improve and move forward. And in those tough times, and not just with nails, just with anything in life as well, remember that there's a beauty in the journey, always. Okay, y'all, so as y'all can see, I've begun ombreing or doing the tricolor ombre on my pinky nail using these three colors. Y'all, I absolutely love the way pink and yellow look together, but ombre is just like chef's kiss. I love the way they look ombre together. And then I went in last with that nude and just ombre them all together. Well, not all together, but you know what I mean. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the index fingernail, and then I'm going to be applying the pink to the full ring fingernail. And just in case you all may have forgot this far, the pink is Nail House's Bubblegum and the yellow is Nail House's Mellow. And then after I do that, we're gonna move into encapsulating. Actually, I lied. So at some point in there, I'm going to be doing the thumbnail. I forgot. At this point in the video, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do with the thumbnail. That's why I decided to do it, I think, last. I'm not sure, but I ended up doing it exactly like the middle fingernail. But anyway, going to do all of that, and then we're going to move into encapsulating. Also, y'all, I'm sorry because I always forget. Well, I still have to tell y'all anyway what I'm using, but more likely than not, a lot of these colors that I use from Nail House are their old colors. They are like at this point discontinued, so you will not find these two colors on the website. I'm not sure if Bubblegum is still there. It may or may not be, but I know if it is there, it's out of stock. But like I told you guys in my previous videos, I believe that they are working on getting some of their OG colors back in the new formula, but at this very moment they are discontinued. I'm not sure when that will be, and if they'll bring them all back or whatever, but I just wanted to say that majority of the Nail House colors you guys see me use, especially in these old pink jars, because that is their old packaging and their old formula and or colors. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that majority of these like colors you will not find on Nail House's website, but you all are more than, you know, welcome to look and browse for any colors that I may be using, but majority of the colors that will be available on the site will be the ones in their new formula or their new packaging, like that big 4-ounce jar in the middle of that nude, which is malt. You guys can find that there, but I think that one's out of stock too. But that's why I be telling y'all, when restock come, y'all gotta get these colors, because y'all, they be gone, and when they're gone, they're gonna be gone for maybe a little while before they restock again. So but y'all already know I'm gonna be on the lookout for y'all for a restock. But as I said again, I do not know at all when or if they'll be bringing all of their OG colors back in the new formula. this thumbnail application was a little shaky because it was time for me to get fresh monomer, but I didn't feel like wasting a little bit of monomer on fresh monomer on one little nail, so I just went with it. But anyway, this is how we are looking pre-encapsulation, and I'm gonna go in now and encapsulate the nails using Me Secrets clear acrylic. It is in this nail house jar, but it is Me Secrets clear acrylic. And of course, you can find the acrylic on Amazon, and you can find it if you want through my Amazon storefront. It's linked in the description below. So this pink nail do look a little funny looking. I know, I'm aware of that. I built up that nude a little bit more than the rest of the colors because it was drying up on me like a little quickly, but no worries. We're gonna fix that and level it out with encapsulating. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen my application for a beginner's video, but I showed you guys in that one how to fix a dip in the nail. You can see on that one like very detailed, but pretty much you apply acrylic like above the dip, swipe it upward, then swipe it downward so that it levels it out. And really on that pinky nail, I was kind of more than a dip there. It just was built up a little bit more, like I said, because it was drying on me, and that's nothing that, like I said, encapsulating and then filing won't fix. All right, and that is how we're looking with the application complete, like completely complete with the encapsulating and everything. Now we're going to move on, of course, to shaping and filing. I did cover up those acrylics there because I will be pulling those back out to go ahead and create my 3D flowers. Yes, we're going to be creating some beautiful 3D flowers. I love the way these 3D flowers came out so much. They are my absolute fave that I've done so far. I think because they were two tones. They're absolutely beautiful. But anyway, going in now, shaping and filing the nail. And I say this every single time, but I don't mind saying it again for those of you who may be new and just joining here. I do have a full in-depth shaping tutorial on my channel already for you all to check out if you want to get those tips and tidbits. You can find the link to that in the description below. It is very in-depth, very in detail, for you to get that crisp shape. But here I like to skip and speed around because it's not, you know, very much just shaping and filing. I'm not going in detail here. Okay, y'all, unfortunately my drill died. I thought it was broke at first. I'm like, oh no, but it just died. Anyway, so I finished the remaining off camera, and this is how we are looking with the nails completely shaped and filed. Love it. Y'all, I still love this color combo. It's absolutely beautiful to me. Like, yellow and pink is the perfect combo. Anyway, going in now, buffing the nails, and then I'm going to dust them off, clean them, and then I'm going to move into these 3D flowers. That was just some alcohol on a lint-free wipe that I had to wipe off those nails there, because I do get that question sometimes. It's just alcohol. Before going in with any crystals or flowers, I am going to go ahead and matte top coat these nails. When I do matte nails, I like to go ahead and do the matte first and then do the designs on top, just because to me it looks cleaner that way and everything just goes better that way. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I am using Dynamic Nail Supplies matte or velvet matte top coat. This is my new favorite matte top coat. I absolutely love it, as well as they're shiny. It's my new faves, and those are the only ones I'm going to be using for here on out. So yeah, I'm going to do that, cure them for 60 seconds, and then we're going to move into the crystals and 3D flowers. Okay, y'all, this is how we are looking. Matte just has a special place in my heart. Like, I just love matte nails so much and will always and forever. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and matte top coat the thumb now. I do that last because I feel like the thumb just cures better alone. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're definitely gonna move into these designs. Okay, y'all, so now I'm gonna go in applying my crystals, first before doing 3D flowers. I just like to apply those, in the middle. So gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna be using those same colors that I use for the nails, which are again Nail House's Mellow and Bubblegum Acrylics, to create my 3D flowers. We're gonna be doing 2 tones, and I'm gonna be using this 3D brush right here that I got from Amazon. You can find it in my Amazon storefront, which is linked in the description below. It is a size 6, by the way. But anyway, going in with our acrylic for our 3D flowers, as you guys can see, when I do the 2 tones, you want to dip the color last that you want in the middle of the flower. So as you can see, I just kind of dipped it first in the yellow and then lastly in the pink. And as you can see, the pink is going to be our color in the middle of the petal. So dip the color last that you want in the center of your petal. Also depending, but for me, I don't like for the color in the center to be too much, so that bead is pretty much smaller. For me, like, the color on the outside is going to be the majority of it's going to make up the color for the majority of the petal, if that makes sense. So the bead as you can see the pink bead was super smaller. Well, not super smaller, but it was about half the amount of the yellow bead, the one that's going to be on the outside. That makes sense. So yeah. Also, I do like to put acetone in my monomer so that the acrylic can kind of mold and dry quicker, so that I'm able to mold the acrylic petals how I want them to look. And I'm no pro at this. This is just how I do it. And I'm definitely getting better at my 3D flowers because, as you guys know, with consistency and doing something over and over again, of course, you're going to get better. My tip for 3D flowers is, again, put in some acetone into your monomer, as well as depending on the consistency, but for the most part, when you place your bead down for a flower petal, go ahead and give it a couple seconds for it to dry up a little bit so that when you go in and try to begin forming and molding it how you want it to look, that it doesn't look crazy because it started drying already. Like, you want it to dry a little bit first before you go in and create those the little indents or whatever and spread them out. You want it to dry a little bit first. Going in now with Kiwi from Nail House, I just wanted to add a little bit of color instead of just pink and yellow, and I thought, why not add some leaves, or little leaves or whatever, So that's what I'm going to be doing with, again, Kiwi from Nail House. And again, this color is not available on the website currently. Okay, that is how our first little flower and little leaf is looking. And I'm not doing this in any particular way, but I do want to mention that I am going to be doing like the opposite of the previous flower. So as you can see, this time the center of the petals for this flower is going to be yellow and the outside will be pink. I thought that look would be very, very pretty, and instead of doing like the same flower up, you know, along the whole nail, we're gonna switch it up a bit. I thought that would be like a super cute touch. So anyway, yes, so because the yellow's in the center of this flower that we're doing here, just like the previous flower, whatever color that you want to be in the center, you're gonna dip that bead last. So we put the pink on, or the yellow on the nail or on the brush last. So dip it in the pink first, then yellow. You guys can see that on the side there. I showed in the beginning how exactly I did that. And it does take a little bit of getting used to, like picking up the beads for these flowers. You know, I'm still not like the best at these flowers, and I still like, you know, sometimes I pick up a bead, it's not enough, or it isn't like so great, so I just pick it up, you know, go again. As you guys can probably see, you just saw me do it there and again, because like I didn't like the first one, I didn't like the second one. So it's just like you want to pick up, you know, a decent bead, and big enough to where whenever you spread it out, it's not like any missing or anything like that. And like I said, again, once you place it down to the nail, let it sit for a couple seconds, not too long where you won't be able to mold it, but long enough to where it's dry enough to begin molding, if that makes sense. Like you don't want it super wet, but you also don't want it super stiff and dry, if that makes sense. So just practice, you know, picking up your beads and practice placing and spreading them. You will get, like anything, better over time. And back to what I was saying, as over time you'll get better at it. Like you'll get to a point where you can be able to eyeball it and see if that's, you know, a good bead or not. Or if you have to, as you guys can see me there, I had to wait a little bit because I could see that that bead was a little bit more wetter like than usual. So I went ahead and waited for it to dry up a little bit. Like you'll be able to eyeball and tell like when, you know, you're supposed to start molding and when you're supposed to wait and all of that. And also when I go in and I create, like when I spread the flowers and I make the indents or whatever, as you guys can see, I don't know if you can see, but if you look very closely, I am using the side of my brush that's very, very thin. Like I'm not using the thicker part of the brush, like that width part, like that part. I'm using it on the like sideways, like the slimmer, skinnier, flat part, that makes sense, to go ahead and make those indents, like, and mold it how I want to. I don't know if you guys can see or tell that. Also, that flower up there where it's connecting with the other one was not at all planned. Normally I would have them like not connecting, and if I was like, you know, just beginning these flowers, I would have like freaked out. But I was able to go ahead and like kind of mold it to where it kind of looks right, where it wasn't like where it doesn't look like crazy or whatever. It kind of looks like it's underneath the other flower, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I hope that makes sense, because I accidentally like made it too close and wasn't able to spread that one petal out how I would have liked to. I just kind of molded it to where it looks like it's underneath or coming from underneath the flower, if that makes sense. Anyway, I said all that to say, just go ahead and practice. Don't be afraid. Like if you have not tried 3D flowers, and I remember the longest time I wanted to try them and I was like a little scared. I'm like, if I don't try it now, then you'll never try, you'll never get good at it. And I haven't been doing them that quite long or that much often. I don't do them that often anyway. But go ahead, go for it. Use the tips that I told you guys, practice over and over again, and you'll get the hang of it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy watching the rest of these 3D flowers and pop back in a bit. Actually, too, before I go, I'm sorry, I just wanted to say, if it helps too, I remember when I first did some 3D flowers, like somebody had commented and it was so mean. Like it was my first, I believe it probably was my like first 3D flowers ever, and they looked, you know, not as well as they do now. Like, of course, because I said you progress over time, but I remember someone commented and said they look like poop. I'm not gonna say exactly what they say, like, because I don't want to say cuss words, but Yeah, they said it looks like trash basically, and I was like, that's mean, but whatever. Like, I don't let people get to me. But I will insert a photo of like my first 3D flowers, and then you guys will see how I look now. So don't be discouraged, go for it. Just like anything, just go for it. You'll get better over time. All right, so that is how the middle fingernail is looking. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to do the same exact, well, not the same exact thing, but I'm going to be using the same colors to create the 3D flowers on the thumbnail, you know, alternating the color flowers in between, and also adding those little leaves in between. All right, and that is how the thumb is looking. Very, very cute. I love it. I actually love doing 3D flowers. I actually do love them, and you all will see a lot more of them this spring season. Super excited for that. But anyway, in a lot of different ways as well. But anyway, right then I was just kind of thinking, what else should I do? I didn't want to mess up these nails. I feel like they are gorgeous, and you all know I love, like, you know, less is more most times. So I just went ahead and added a few rhinestones on the pinky nail, some on the index, a couple on the, no, that was it actually. I didn't add anything on the ring fingernail because less is more, and I didn't want to do too much. These nails were, you know, gorgeous all on their own. I didn't want to mess them up, basically. So yeah, y'all. Okay, y'all, and that is it. That's how we are looking. Loving the two-tone. Like, I love two-tone flowers. These are gorgeous. I don't think I've ever done two-tone, like, colors before. I've only done, like, have I? Maybe once, but I'm not remembering right now. But because I normally do, like, white in a color, I've never done, like, two colors. I don't think so. But these are super duper cute. I love these so much. These are one of my favorite spring sets I've done so far. I have a lot more on the way for you all, so stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe. There is so much more bomb content on the way. But anyway, I'm gonna insert my final results right here in a moment. Hands down, one of my favorite spring sets I've done yet. I've watched this video like at least 20 times. Anyway, if you all enjoyed this video and love these nails as much as I do, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel and turn on your bell notifications, and stay tuned for when I drop a new video because they are coming. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.